Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are back with surviving as a trader, surviving in Mars, and we're going to continue where we left off building the hydrogen ship's shell. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to continue with the beam block right over here for the design and go from there. Huh. Interesting enough, I actually like the look of it like this. Instead of doubling up the top. That is definitely something I want to look into right now. Can we add it like this? No. But we can do this. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth block. I'm going to do this. How's that look? Actually, no. That doesn't look good. That's going to do a stagger on there. But I think fourth block... I mean, just doing this actually looks not that bad. Do I want to put this little thing here? So like looks like a little sharp edge. I think I want to do that. Sure, why not? And then from here, we can do the same thing. Except we're going to tear down all the top piece right here. And there you go. So that's the new look of this, which actually not too bad. I like that new look to it. Yeah. A little bit of a hump piece over there. Oh, we're out of hydrogen. Ow. Okay, so let's see. Let's hope we can get back up. There we go. So we're out of hydrogen whatsoever. So gotta get that charged up. Okay, it's nighttime, so we should definitely go to bed. Let's just go through this one for once. We still didn't even do the airlock system just yet, which we should take care of that sooner or later. But we do have a bed to turn it into daytime. I just want to situate ourselves first before we do that. So let's just now head over here, get some sleep, turn it into day, as you see on the right hand side of the window. In 3, 2, 1. Daytime. And I got rid of the weather. Awesome. Okay, so a bit of a manual intervention of our bit of a airlock system, but it worked out. Okay, so the beam blocks that I added to the side, the bottom I like. We should add one towards the top just to make it look good, but don't see where I can add that now. Well, we can add it on the beam blocks there. I think I have an idea. Yeah, so we definitely could add something in between. I wouldn't say in the middle, but maybe right here or here and here. So basically, I'm thinking like this or like this to connect to the sides. Maybe we just do it right here. And then right here. Seems a little bit too close to the edge to do it this way, but it might be okay. Yeah, that might be too close to the edge for that, because it's gonna now look a little weird. And yeah, it's just gonna look a little weird and too, what do we call it? Too close. Yeah, too boxy. So let's just do it here, which is only one apart, which is also not the greatest thing in the world, but the idea here now is to add more towards this way and I want to hope that when we go towards this way, it's not going to interfere with the atmospheric thrusters. Which is not. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go 3 this way. And this is where we go. Right here is where we do this. Something like that. And of course down here, we're going to have to situate. You don't have to go too high, but I think we're gonna be good with that. And jetpack low again. Drop. Okay, B block here, B block here. We can edge it out from there, and this is where we're gonna add a half block situation right over here, but we're gonna use these half blocks instead. Okay, so here is where we're gonna put a bit of a spoiler. Right, I think that's gonna line up okay. Right there. Okay, so there we go. We had somewhat of a spoiler action going on there. We could extend it out just a tiny bit more up to this thrust, if anything. Yep, that's good. And I guess we could do... No, let's not do that. Oh yeah, so we can end it with, and I've done this before, I think, kind of like that. That should look okay. All right, so that's looking okay with the spoiler. It's gonna add a little more design to it. All right, so this was a suggestion in the comments from the previous episode, so I do enjoy reading your comments, so continue to leave suggestions down below. And of course, I'll read them, get back to you if you have any questions. But I'm not going to answer every specific thing. I'm not going to be your space engineer help desk person. But we'll try our best to answer what we can in that case. Okay, so that's looking good. And now, do we want to get rid of this? At this point, it looks like we need to have this. So maybe we just keep it. That's giving it a better vibe for sure. I feel like we do still need to connect it down here somehow, but the way we have it set up is a little difficult because it's just a half block up here. So if we half block, it's gonna look up that way, or if we want to bring it down, it's gonna be difficult because it's kind of like that. But we could also connect it like that. That's not the end of the world as well. So maybe we just do it that way. So we have it connected kind of like that. No, it needs to stretch out a little bit more. That doesn't look great. Well, maybe we don't use beam blocks. Maybe we just do half blocks in this case. But either way, it's still going to be the same thing. It's just the way it's built, right? So where can we even connect it? That's the biggest problem I'm having. So we could connect it from here, I think. No. Here. Start here. Or here. I don't know. It definitely needs some kind of connection point in the front for sure, just to complete the look. So we just got to find a spot. Maybe right here, I guess. It's not going to be lined up exactly the third line, though. So that's going to be the problem there. Which I would have liked it to kind of be on that third line. So that's not going to work. Not for today. So it has to be right here. Something that's connecting here to here together so that it looks a little bit better. If it could continue from here, that would be awesome. But for some reason, yeah, it's not going to work because we have to get rid of this and this. And either we use these blocks like so, or I think in this case, something like this. All right, this might work out okay. And we're about 1 or 2 blocks up. Maybe if we did the half blocks from here. Will be okay. Not really. Actually, that works out. Not too bad. This right here is looking a little skinny, but should be all right. Okay, that kind of works out. But this right here is going to have to be kind of following the same design, I think. Because that would make it look a little bit better than... Oop, not this block. Than having that blue regular light armor block. So something like this. Some half blocks here, 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 to here. I'm going to stretch it out just a tiny bit now. And add this piece instead. Actually, nope, we can't do that. It's extending out a little too much for my liking. Let me just use this here. All right, so there we go. So here we could add in the half block right down here if we wanted to, but I don't think we are going to do that. I'm okay with the way it looks now. No. So let's just back up a little bit and see. And okay, so a little bit off because I think there it's got to be a nice diagonal instead of this weird little slide looking diagonal. So we probably have to add it from here. Yeah, let's try to do that. Let's get rid of these weird blocks there. Okay, so that diagonal piece gets up to right around there. And this is where it gets awkward. So we're going to get rid of that and get it plugged in a little bit on the closer side right over here. Okay, that kind of works. I do wish it was out a little bit more, but for some reason it looks kind of weird when you just do a half block right here and like that. I don't know why, but it just looks kind of odd. But I guess we could just keep it as is. Okay, let's just do that once more. Half block. Right there. Alright, so that's as slopey as we can get that piece right over there. And... okay. It's looking like it's ship on its own, kind of attached to it. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not also great. Or not the best in this case. But yeah, sure. I'm gonna add a little bit more right over there just to give it a little kick in terms of a little spiky action thing going on there. Definitely not necessary, but just wanted to add a little bit extra to it. But yeah, this is kind of weird because it looks like a eagle talon kind of situation grabbing the cockpit. It's also not too bad of an idea. Just slightly off, and it might be the color here that's making it slightly off. So let's get that weird cyan color paint, what we can paint easily, and kind of get rid of that I don't even know what color that is. Magenta? Kind of look like magenta. Kind of like a phone service color. All right, so I think that should be it for today. Got the spoiler up and running, as I mentioned before. Good idea in the comment section for that. Adding a little bit of design here and there with the beam blocks does help out somewhat a bit. The only odd part now is the front piece that needs some kind of weird connection. But we should be okay. It looks a lot better than what it was before. It's gotten a little bit more design to it. The bottom half looks a lot more better than the top half, obviously. But adding the spoiler, just looking from the rear, looking at things from the rear can't get you in trouble. But this is not looking too bad whatsoever. So the not the best ship kind of evolved to somewhat of a good looking ship. Changing the color to cyan does help a little bit. And yeah, it looks like some spots I need to kind of fine tune and correct. And it looks like we missed a spot right over here. Right there. Get rid of the purple magenta looking like color. And yeah, so this is not too bad. Flight wise, we don't have to test it again, but this should be working pretty good. So it's the cyan, the dark gray or black color, and the white is the default that we're sticking with. Not sure why that turned right there into the cyan, which should really be like that. So we lost a lot of caps. We should add in some caps, like especially like these things here. Don't even know what to put in between just yet. We should be able to put something there at least. Again, the rear looks really good. The front, not so much. So, and I think it's because we need to add some definition right over here now to make it look decent. So we got some definition from adding the whole beam block spoiler looking like thing. That's why that looks decent. And yeah, I really think it's just down there. That's the problem. But we're spending way too much time on the ship. But I really want to just raise it up a little bit. The pontoon, the arms, the tanks. Just to see what it looks like. And it looks pretty good. Having it higher up like so. Maybe it's this cockpit that's kind of throwing it off. Potentially. Don't know. But right now, if we were to take it off and fly it, if we can fly, why can't I lift off? There we go. We're just kind of glued on there. So we are, okay, so we are a bit on the heavier side now since we added more beam blocks. So that's going to be interesting. So that kind of tells me, yeah, that kind of tells me our ship is a little too heavy. So we could add more thruster right over here, as we mentioned before, or we add it back here. Two born right back here, which might be the better idea, only because they'll line up. And we do need to put more stuff in the back. So if we really wanted to go that route, we could. And we should probably do that. Because it is looking quite a bit heavy right there. Okay, so we should add two more. One on each side. So one here. And
inventory full.
One right here. And that'll just line it up a little bit better. Now the problem's gonna be back here, so we're gonna have to take that out. And I don't know if this will do it. Probably not. Actually, no, that would do it. Get our blue back right there. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't work. No, that will do. We'll just leave it like that, not wrap it. Well, I think that's gonna work fine. So more thrust right there. I think we're good. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Now we got more control. Go up, down, left, right. In that case, so this is looking pretty good. I kind of bricked it a little bit by doing a little too much up top, so we do have to reduce something there. I do like it. Yeah, I do like the way it looks from behind. Front, not so much. We gotta fix that. But yeah, I think we're good in terms of the designing everything. So let's not bring this over there. Let's put this down. We're gonna have to, one, get more data pads and bases to get the nice ship looking stations, or ship stations I should say. Yeah, so we need to make some more money for the ship station, but this is a nice little flyer that this might become my daily driver now. Potentially, I think it should. It works out pretty well. It's got hydrogen. It's gonna fly super fast. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in everything I can in the cargo that I don't use. Yeah, and our inventory manager should be taking care of most of this stuff anyways, so we should be able to sell and everything like that. So yeah, we're good here. So like I said, we're lucky that we ran into the mining guild, so that we have the so we can have the ores and everything like that to produce these things and sell it back out and make some funds from it. Okay, so in the store, we should have done this earlier actually, but we didn't for some reason. Looks like we can't buy iron ore, but we could buy the ingots at a higher price, which we're gonna do that anyways. So buy all that. Buy the uranium ingots, because that's always worth it. Ooh, not ingots. Well, lucky I didn't buy it, but it was it would have been just the ore. Hydrogen itself we should buy and fill up the tanks. I'm gonna put it on this one here. So basically add 3 zeros, so 2 mil. That's fine. We'll buy all that. just to fill up our tanks. Oxygen, I think our oxygen tanks are okay. Yeah, that's not bad. We don't have to worry too much about that. Unfortunately, we can't buy any iron ingots. Iron ores. Just kind of weird with this time around, but it's alright. So if we want to sell stuff, we could sell stuff, I think. Like, say, all computers. Oop. Sell all computers. All construction components. Well, I'm not even checking the prices. I'm just trying to make some money back really quickly. And hopefully it turns into a positive. It should be, as long as we bought mostly ores. So we should be okay in that front. So that's all the things we want to sell. And that should be it. And now we have 3 mil. So we're still short. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. Alright, so picked up some acquisitions. Still not finished with the uranium ones here. Well, we don't even have all of it just yet. We do have to ramp up our glass production. Yeah, by a lot. And our motor production. So that should situate us to get a little bit more funds. But throwing in some acquisition stuff that we have. Now we have 5 mil. So that's not too bad. We should be able to creep back into our trying to get our minimum 10 mil mark. But we were building the ship, so that's why I didn't want to spend a lot of time on selling, because we're going to need the materials anyways. So we should be okay for now. And we just got to produce. It looks like we're producing a motor, so we're fine on that front. We said glass. We need 2 batches of thousands, basically. And our glass, we're only producing 100, so we're gonna add a 0 to that, and we're gonna have to add a single quote to ignore that one. And looks like there's other things here, piston and T, to be ignored. Not sure what this one is. Medical. I don't think that's medical supply or medical components. It's just the actually inventory supply, I believe. Missiles, we'll leave that alone. What's on the 80 mark? Power cells and then computer. Okay, that's fine. So now here is a problem because we had all these stuff here. Some new stuff here and here. What is all this stuff? Soya, we don't need that. Superconductors. We'll leave it as that. Let's just say 10. I don't even know what that is. Thruster components. Let's not make them, or let's leave it as is. Tofu soup and welded. These needs to be ignored. Okay, so all that should be gone, except looks like the pistol ammo or magazine. That didn't go away. So I didn't imply it. And there we go. That should take care of all that. So our glass production, why is it still 500? Did I hit the wrong 1,000? Yes, I did. We need 100 of these things, not 1,000. This needs to be ramped up to be 1,000, and that's just for the acquisition, really. So canvas we made a little too much of, but it's fine. It looks like it stopped. And what's our problem? Out of iron? I think so. Nope, we're not. Okay, so what is the problem? Motors. So motors, we have how many? 585. So we need a good chunk of motors, 781, just to make decent money. So it's getting there. So by the next time we come back, we should be able to make that money back in that sense. But there we go. We got our new ship. Blimp-like platoons on top with the spoiler now. We got to fix the front. It looks a little terrible. So we'll do that. We got to fix the bottom now, potentially with a little bit of a design. And honestly, it could just be a beam block hanging down kind of situation. It will look pretty good. We'll explore that. But nothing's significant that we're gonna build out, because I think we spent more than enough time on the ship. So we're gonna kind of steer clear from building some more of the ship and continue with our adventure here. And that is gonna be kind of going to some newfound spots that we haven't explored yet in terms of the abandoned settlements. One of which is an interesting one. I'm not even sure what's in there. I haven't seen that just yet. And that was that Compton mine. So 8 kilometers away. Pretty interesting, or interested in seeing what is that about. And I guess before we go, I did also have an idea of adding a survival kit here, and I completely forgot about it. And why I want to add a survival kit? Because if this is my daily driver now, and if I get killed outside of this ship, I don't want to respawn and fly back to it. So unfortunately, we do need to find a decent spot for it, which looks like we don't. So survival kit is form. Okay, so ooh, I know a good spot for it, but we will lose that one battery. So basically, where is it's upside down here? Where's the computer? Right there. So it would have to go kind of like this way into the battery and connect to the oxygen tank. That would have been a nice spot. But if not, we could just stick it as we just did it right there before. Nothing needs to necessarily be connected to it. We just need it to kind of throw it on. So if we could just throw it on right here, connect it directly to the battery. That's not a problem. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. So we could just do it. Let's just get rid of these things right here. So now doing it this way, we are still gonna be able to get energy or battery or whatever the case is called. Do we flip it this way to make it look better, or do we leave a large port outside from here? I think we leave a large port. Okay, let me see if I have enough materials first. Looks like we do. So we'll build this out, and we got a survival kit. We can charge right here slowly, I think. Yep, nice and slow, but we're not gonna get oxygen. We're not gonna get hydrogen from it because nothing's connected to it. That's just an extra afterthought piece that I can use if I do fly a lot with this thing and then for some reason it get destroyed. Do we want to leave as the darker color? Yeah, I think we should. Okay, so let's just see, by adding that, did it increase the weight some more? I mean, probably not. Yeah, no, not really. Okay, that should be fine. And I kind of just thinking it through. Is it because the cockpit is a white color is making it look kind of odd? Should I change that to a darker color? And I think I should. And this thing, actually, the cargo container should have been, I think, white. But let's change it to a dark color and see if that works out okay. That certainly does help a bit. Not necessarily by a lot, but it does help. That's an interesting piece right here. Why is my hand doing that motion? Anyways. Interesting paint gun emote kind of like thing. What is this hand doing? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's not keep doing that. But yeah, I think that helped just a little bit, actually. Not by much, but just that tad of a change kind of made it look slightly better. And I think if I can aim that right there, now that looks okay. Yeah, so the middle core is going to be the darker color with the cyan. The trimming is going to be cyan and the white. So no, that's not too bad. I think it was the cockpit being a whiter color did kind of make it stand out and look kind of awful. So that works out. I think this works okay. kind of not a fan of all this being flat. Well, not flat. So sharp of a slope right into it. So maybe we do something like this with some of it, or maybe all of it. So let's just say like this and this. Let's just use half blocks throughout. So it doesn't look too kind of sharp there. Kind of like that look a little bit more. This looks more like the Oracle's eyes in Halo. Or Katana. I don't know why I said Oracle, but yeah. I think that's what it reminded me. Or am I thinking of something else? I don't remember. Cake's a lie. I don't know. Portal. Don't recall what that eye looks like, but it's one of those things. So, all right. So I think that should be good. I mean, I kind of think maybe the white trimmings need to go and leave it the cyan and this dark gray. Let's not decide today. So I'm done with the ship. We're not going to build anymore. I mean, we'll continue on our adventure and build it out slightly, but not much else to do with it, really. I mean, we have everything we need from it. It's designed out okay. We got a survival kit on there now, so it's gonna be functional. Yeah, definitely it's gonna be our daily driver, but I think it's time to go. Spent more than enough time on the ship itself. Let's just say we're not gonna touch it. We are, but let's just say we're not gonna touch it for a little bit. Alright, so I think we're gonna end it right there. We did as much as we can in doing the finishing touches of the hydrogen ship. There's still a little bit left to do in terms of the finishing touches, as you may see right in the front. We might want to hide that atmosphere thruster a little bit better. We're gonna change out these ports, maybe some caps on there, and looks like we have some extra space right here in the back. So a good number of things we could put back here if needed, but we're gonna leave it as is for the time being, so it just kind of looks as decent as we can. And of course, the next stop is going to be Compton Mine. And to think about Compton Mine, there's probably going to be some turrets, so might need to add some weapons along the way. But anyways, if you did enjoy this content, please like and subscribe, and of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.